Hey everyone, welcome back to the latest GoSkills Excel Challenge solution. How close did you get to solving it? Well, we've got Microsoft trainer Deborah Ashby ready to share her solution. Check it out right now.
So let's take a look at the solution to this month's Excel challenge. Now, the first thing that I asked you to do in this challenge is calculate the commission amount for each employee using the commission table on the right. And the commission needs to be calculated based on the sales generated by each employee. Now, to make my life a little bit easier when I'm putting together this formula, I'm going to convert the commissions table into a named range. So I'm going to select the table, go over to the name box, and I'm going to call it commission. Now, you didn't necessarily have to do this step. You could just select the cell range in the formula, but I'm going to name my table. Now, what we need in here in column F is a VLOOKUP formula. So we're going to type in equals VLOOKUP. Our lookup value is the sales value in cell E4, comma. The table that we're looking up this value in is our commission table. Now, if you didn't name the range, you can simply go in and just select the cells. Because I did name my range, I can press the F3 key. There it is. I can select it and click on OK. Comma. Which column do we want to return? Well, we're looking for the commission, and that's in column number 3. Remember, when you're using VLOOKUP, it numbers columns in the table from left to right. So the bottom column is column number 1, top is column number 2, and commission is column number 3. Comma. Now we need to define if we're doing an approximate or an exact match. Now, most of the time when you're working with VLOOKUP, you're doing a false, an exact match. But in this particular scenario, we need to do an approximate match because the lookup value, in this case the sales value, doesn't exist exactly in the table we're looking it up in. That value is going to fall within a range. So for this, we want to do an approximate match, so we need true on the end. Alternatively, we could type a 1, or because true is the default, we don't even need to add the argument on the end. So let's close the bracket and hit enter. Now, if I double click to copy this down, notice I'm getting some zeros, and I think that's because, yes, I need to change my formatting to general. So now I can see I'm getting the relevant commissions from the commission table based off of where that salary falls. So let's just spot check one of these. Let's take this one, sales of 75,154. Well, that one is above the top bracket here, so it should receive a commission of 0.3, which it does. Now, the next part of this exercise was to edit the formula, so the commission is displayed as a monetary value instead. So instead of having the actual commission amount, I want to know what this is as a percentage of the sales and display it as a monetary value. So for this, all we need to do is go up to our formula and we want to multiply it by the sales amount and hit enter. So now we can double click to copy that down, and I'm just going to apply some comma formatting so that everything is consistent. The final part of this exercise was to add error handling into the formula so that any sales that fall below the minimum threshold in the commission table show as blank cells and not NA. So if we take a look at this one just here where we have an NA error, you can see the amount of sales generated was 4,000. And if we look at the commission table, you can see that 4,000 is below the bottom threshold just here. So VLOOKUP can't find a commission rate, hence why we have an NA. So I don't want these to show as NAs, I want them to show as blanks. So we're going to go up to our formula and we're going to add in if NA on the front. The value is being generated by the VLOOKUP formula, so on the end here we just need to define what we want to display instead. And in this case we want to display a blank, which we represent with 2 quotation marks. Close the bracket, hit enter, and then we can double clickety click to copy that down, and now we just have blanks instead of NAs. So that's what I need you to do for the first part of this exercise. Now, the second part of this exercise, I asked you to calculate the total amount of commission given out to each sales team. So you can see in this table, we have sales teams 1 to 4 listed, and we just need to work out the total commission. Now for this, you could use either SUMIF or SUMIFs. Now SUMIFs is always my preferred, so I'm going to go for that. The first argument here is the sum range. So what do we want to add up? Well, we want to add up the commission. So I'm going to select the first cell in the commission column, Control Shift down arrow to select the entire range, and press F4 to lock that in place. Remember, if you've put this data into a table, you can simply select the column, comma. The next argument is criteria range 1. Now our criteria is going to be the sales team. So where are we going to find sales team 1, 2, 3, and 4? We're going to find them in the department column. So that is our criteria range. So let's select the first one, Control Shift down arrow, and press F4 to lock, comma. Finally, we specify our criteria. So we're looking up the sales team in that criteria range. Now we don't need to lock this because we want to drag this formula down. Let's close the bracket, hit enter, and now we get the total amount of commission, and we can just pull that down. And then the final part of this exercise was simply to calculate the total amount of commission. So this is a very simple sum calculation. Now I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut Alt equals and hit enter to get the total amount. The final part of this exercise, we got to flex our what-if analysis skills. So the scenario was that our manager has been given a budget of $700,000 for employee commission. So if the total amount of commission given out falls below this figure, I want you to use WhatIf Analysis tools to modify the commission amount for the top bracket in the commission table. So let's backtrack a little bit and look at our total commission. Well, yes, this is less than 700,000. And what we want is for this cell I-17 to exactly equal 700,000, and we want to do that by modifying the commission amount for the top bracket in the commission table. Now for this, we can use GoSeek, which is one of the WhatIf Analysis utilities. So let's go up to Data, WhatIf Analysis, and GoSeek. Now what we can say here is that we want to set cell I-17 to the value 700,000 by changing this cell just here, the commission for the top bracket. Let's click on OK. It's going to recalculate everything, and you can now see that the total commission is dead on 700,000, and we've achieved that by modifying the amount of commission that we're going to give to our top performers. And if you want to see what this looks like as a percentage, we can select all of them and just change it to percentage formatting. And if you've done everything correctly, you should see that the commission amount for the top bracket is now 32%. So that's how I solved this challenge. Tell us what you think about our solution to this challenge by commenting below or joining the conversation on our Slack channel. That's all for now. I will see you next time.
So there it is. Did you get the same results? Did you use the same approach? Or did you try something different? We'd like to know. Share your take on the challenge in the comments below or join us for more discussion in our Slack channel. Link in the description. Thanks for participating, and make sure to subscribe to this channel to get an alert when the next challenge is released. We'll see you then.